Good evening, everybody. Simon here, back with another review. A review of a brand new product that I picked up this afternoon. The Requiem BF Kit, created by El Mono Vapador and Vandy Vape. So, as you can tell, she's brand new. Still in the box. Obviously, she's gold, but color craftsman brass. Actually looks pretty gold to me. On the back we have product includes Requiem BF Kit, however the fuck you want to pronounce it. Refilling card, spare parts bag, battery plastic cover, squonk bottle instruction manual, coils, air hood, PC drip tip, beauty rings, all your warnings, features, silver contact, and a different alloys for maximum conductivity. So I believe they are a silver coated brass contact, I believe. It is a full mechanical kit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get into it. Let's open her up. And let's see what we have in here. Peel all that wonderful plastic off of this thing. Alright. Let's open it up. Alright, we'll put that aside. Alright, let's lower this camera a little bit so we can all have a good look at what we've got. There we are. So we have the device. Nice and shiny. It's fairly weighty. It's as I mentioned, it's an all alloy body. Fairly weighty. We'll get to that one shortly. We've got a couple of beauty rings. We've got a gold beauty ring and a black. Comes with the, let's pop this whole thing out and make it, see if it makes it any easier to get any of this crap out. No, not really. That's all right. Inside we have refill instructions, QC card, bag of goodies with your Allen key, couple of post screws, some O-rings, and a standard 510 pin if you wish to not use it on a squonk. We have another bag of O-rings, couple of coils. They are a Fuse Clapton NI80 2.5mm 4 0.26. There we are. I won't be using them this evening. Got a instruction manual that's in, of course, 100 different languages. We don't need that. We have some battery wraps. Very nice. Now this is an 18650. So what have we got in it? We've got obviously got some 18650 wraps. How many do we have? I'd say there's, I don't know, four or five battery wraps in there with a nice little logo on it. They look kind of snazzy. And screwdriver. Nice, good size screwdriver. None of these tiny little piddly tri-tool fucking things that we're all used to getting, that we've all got how many of. Alright, well, I'll give that a crack. I'll use the little screwdriver. Can put all this junk back in here for now. That can go over there. Alright. So we have two top caps. We have a black with gold drip tip. We have a clear, tinted clear however you want to call it. Yeah, and your tiny little 22mm deck. Tiny little jigger. Tiny little 22mm single coil RDA. Alright. Gonna go with the black cap this evening. I'll put a build in that one very shortly. Let's get back to the mod. There we are. Let's peel that nice little piece of plastic off. Satisfying peel. Look at that. Now, unlike the previous squonks from Vandy, where you can remove the back door as well as the front and pop the battery out like so, this one you can't. It doesn't have, poor thing doesn't have a back door. It's an all solid body. So getting the battery out is probably going to be a bit of an old flick. As it sits, you've got the gold button. Let's see if that turns. That does turn. Beautiful. So we've even got the logo on the button there too. How nice is that? 510 plate up top. Logo, Requiem down the bottom. Requiem down the bottom. I'll get it right eventually. All solid. Nice one piece. Nice button action. Nice and soft. No clicky, no nothing like that. Just a nice soft button. Very nice. Alright, we'll take the door off. I believe in the door, inside here, we should have an extra squonk bottle as well. So we've got 3 magnets on the inside of the door with a nice little rubber seal between there to give it that nice little seal there. Beautiful. So we have gold squonk bottle, square bottle, and a smoked bottle. Now these have 3 different types of filling. Obviously, well, the new thing, you've got a little tab on the front there, which just pops open. Stick your bottle in there, give it a poke, give it a squeeze, fill her up. Or there's the old stick it in the straw and give it a squeeze. As well as take the top off, fill it up that way, makes it very easier cleaning and all that sort of fun stuff. We'll get that back on there. We'll put that aside briefly. We'll put, let's go with the smoked bottle tonight. So we'll put the spare bottle over there. Inside here, you have battery indication, positive down, silver plated copper contact that runs down the side there. That is insulated for extra safety. And the adjustable 510 that is adjustable via this ring here. Screws up, screws down. And a locking mechanism to lock the fire button is this little peak insulator that swings around here in between your button and your 510. Fucking awesome little idea. Great idea that. The previous Pulse Mech, where's he gone? There he is. Previous Pulse Mech had a similar style locking mechanism, but was just a little switch that, how's that? That's still got juice in it. Should clean that out. Just lift it up, disconnected your battery, reconnected your battery. It works. It's simple. It works. In saying that, I do like this. I do like this. Just swings around and slides in between there. 3 magnets on the door create a nice little thing. There we are. Alright. Now she is rather weighty. Being an alloy body, it is rather weighty. Once I get it all together, I'll throw it on the scales and we'll see how much it weighs. Let's put a build in this tiny little jigger. Dual airflow, one there, one there. Single coil. Squonk pin comes installed. Ready to go. Put him on the old trusty drag. And the regulator device to build before putting it on the Mac. Now, coil will I be using this evening? I'll be using a braid, 4 loop, 3mm ID, 5 fishtail braid, courtesy of Rob Robinson at Outback Vaping. Go along and check him out. Alright, now because of the angle of these post screws, can't have an up and down coil. Legs have got to go all the way out the side there. So let's see if we flip him over, if we can get him to slide in under there. Might have to just undo that one a little bit more, I think. There we are. Slide those legs in there. There we are. There we are. So they are actually slightly countersunk in there. There's little grooves under the screws for your coil to slide in. Tighten that one in a little bit until I can get this second leg in so he stays in place. Go on, get in there. There we go. Tighten him down there. Give that one a bit of a tweak. Now there is actually, looking at this now, there's actually little grooves in the side of the deck there. So you can slide your coiling rod in and keep it centered. Well, it's there. Look at that. Actually, looking at that coil now, that needs an extra wrap on that because that's a little bit too small. So, just going to take him out. Didn't mean to do that. Put that screw back in. They are decent sized screws as well, so a bigger screwdriver is good to use, but as you can tell they are a big size screw, so even the screwdriver that's provided, it fits, but you can use a bigger one. Let's give this another wrap. There we are. Let's try that again. Now putting that screw back in, I've screwed him in too far. Go on, get in there. As you can tell, this is the first time building on this deck because you've watched me unbox it. First time using, first time building on this deck. So she's all a little bit fresh and new to me, guys. I just have to bear with me a couple of minutes while I get this right. Tuck him under there like so. Give that a tweak. Give that a tweak. Straighten up this coil a little bit. There we are. Alright, nice and straight. Give him a bit of a lift. And we can cut that extra off the side there. We'll bend the legs up a touch so we can get in nice and close there. Give him a bit of a snip. Alright, clean up these little strands of wire so I don't go stepping on them later, because we all know that's going to hurt like hell. Alright, what have we got? Let's get some temperature into this guy. Looking good. Beautiful. Alright, let's have a beer. Cheers. A beer and a vape. Odin, Ragnar. Alright, let's get some cotton into it. We don't actually need a whole lot of cotton in this because, of course, being a 22mm, you don't actually need a lot down the sides there because it is only small. And I think I'm trying to cram too much through it to start with. Look at that. Give him a bit more of a twist so he's a little bit skinnier. I'm just making a mess of that now. Let's turn him around. Thread him from the other end because I'm not going to need all this cotton. There we go. It's in there. Bit loose. It'll still work. It's an RDA. Cut him off flush with the deck there. Might give him a little bit more on this side. Excuse me. Chop chop. No need to fluff, as it doesn't have far to travel. There we go. Let's take him off, see what that ohmed in at. I should have done that before I put the cotton in it. That'll work. Alright, let's juice it up. So we've got some DIY mother's milk here. Bit of a clone juice. Just a bit of a strawberry milk. Strawberry custard. I'm not going to put a whole lot of juice on that, as obviously the squonk pin is installed, so I don't want juice to be running back down into the 510 of my mod. Just want enough to get in there like that. That'll do. Alright. Now your airflow on here, little hole there, as you can see, that sort of goes through and hits the middle of your coil there, both sides. They sort of angle down in to hit the center of your coil. Let's take him off there. Put that one aside. Alright, now let's see if we can get this 510 adjusted to fit this. Adjustable 510. Slide that locking mechanism out of the way. And that should turn. Oh, there we go. That was that full adjustment. That was making contact. That was done up nice and tight. There we go. We'll slide that peak insulator around there into the lock position for now. Let's fill up the bottle. I'm going to use the side fill. Now these bottles that do only have a small nib on them, so we shouldn't have any issue with getting some juice down into that bottle. Nice and easy, as you can see we're filling up there. Beautiful. Alright, let's go with that. Slide that little grommet back into place. Pull that straw up a little bit, make sure that it's going to be long enough to get in there. Which it is, beautiful. If you put the bottle in the right way around, you can fill it up without having to take it out. So while the bottle's in, you can just open up that little tab, stick your bottle in there, give it a squirt, good to go. Don't have to take the bottle out. So let's give him a squonk, see what happens. Juice is coming up into that, beautiful. Wonderful, there we go. Alright, now being this is an 18650, we have some Samsung 20S batteries, fresh off the charger. Positive down. Oh, they are a little bit snug. They are actually very snug. There we go. A little bit of persuasion and a click. I'll put the door on. I'll put the top cap on. Now, actually, that needs some readjusting. That 510 needs some readjusting. As you can see, there is a slight gap under the deck there. Look at that. So we'll loosen off that adjustment. Screw him down. There we are. Now, let's run a gold beauty ring on this. Stick with the gold theme of the gold door, gold drip tip. Let's go with the gold beauty ring, which in turn means I'm going to take that back off again. Beauty ring goes on there like so. Now, I might just lube up those O-rings on there a little bit, because they look a little bit dry. Stick a bit of juice on them. There we are. Nobody likes a dry ring. Get that back on. Center that beauty ring. We'll center that by putting the top cap on. Now we line up the airflow here, like so. Screw him down. Let's tighten up that adjustment. Stick the door back on. And there we have it, all set. Now I did say at the start I was going to weigh this, all set up, so we can see how heavy this unit actually is. Okay, it's heavier than my scales are allowed. There we are. Obviously too heavy. These scales will do 1 kilo. No, sorry. 200 grams, not 1 kilo. I was reading the point in the wrong spot. 200 grams, so it's heavier than 200 grams. There we are. Alright, everything's all in. Let's take that door off. Move that peak insulator out of the way there. And pull the trigger. Very nice. I'll give him a little bit more of a squonk. Open that airflow. Make sure that airflow is wide open. On there. There we are. The Requiem BF Kit. Let's see how she toots. Very nice. A little bit of a whistle. See if that airflow closed, airflow open. Now it does have a stop at both ends, whether you're all the way open, all the way closed. There is a stop. It's not going to continue to turn. There we are. Beautiful little kit. Quite nice. Nice and weighty. You know you've got it. You know it's in your pocket. But at the same time, nice and small in comparison to the Pulse. Very nice. Give him a bit more of a squonk. Nice little button. Very soft action on the button. Beautiful flavour. And a very nice vape. Well, there we have it. The Requiem BF Kit by Vandy Vape. Stay safe, keep it cloudy.